Marseille 0, Liverpool 3. Who doubted Arne Slot? Not me. I always believed in him. My gaffer, come on. No, I can't even say anything. Like, look, fair enough. That was a fantastic result last night. Good performance overall. A few little bits that I wasn't too happy with, but overall a very good performance. A very good result, which will probably see us finish in the top 8 of the Champions League now, which is huge. 2 less games. We get to skip around. Less chance of being knocked out. Less chance of players getting fatigued and injured. Just excellent result all around. Fair play to Arne Slot. I will give credit where credit is due. He got that spot on last night, and yeah, a very good result. Anyway, welcome along to Anfield Agenda. My name is Conor, and I'm going to go through all of the latest Liverpool news this morning. After that victory last night, we have some quotes from the manager. We have a little bit around Mo Salah. We have a bit around Ekitike, Chiesa's injury. The Deloitte Money League, that came out this morning as well, so we're going to take a look at all that and a few other bits as well. Before we get into it, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, subscribe to the Clips channel, join the WhatsApp group, just search Anfield Agenda on every app, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. Just go do it, please. Go do it, pause the video, follow us everywhere, and then come back. Cheers. So as I mentioned, that does firmly put us into the top 8 of the Champions League now. To go through the table quickly, in 8th position is Chelsea on 13 points, Newcastle and PSG are also on 13 points. 5th position then Spurs on 14 points, and then it's us and Real Madrid in 4th and 3rd on 15 points, Bayern Munich on 18 points, and Arsenal top of the pile, 7 wins from 7, incredibly impressive, 21 points and 18 goal difference. And it really does go to show like the strength of the Premier League, and it is weird because you look at the Premier League this year, you see like Sunderland, Brentford, all these teams kind of up the table, and you think, ooh, it must be like a weak league, or no one's really winning many games in a row as well. But maybe that is just a testament to the strength of the Premier League. Like, all 5 English clubs in the Champions League are currently in the top 8, and I think it does kind of feed into something I've said about Liverpool in the Champions League this season. It seems like the Premier League teams, or specifically us in this case, we just seem to have an advantage over European teams for the most part. Obviously we lost to PSV and to Galatasaray, but I think just like the intensity of the Premier League, the quality of players in the Premier League, the fitness levels, everything, like the physicality, it does really stand to us when we go and play teams from France, Italy, Germany, wherever. We just have that advantage intrinsically. So it's no surprise that we won last night. Well, maybe it is a surprise to be fair with how we've been playing, but that's what should be happening ultimately. Like, if you look at this Liverpool team on paper, you look at again the quality of the Premier League versus Ligue 1, it's just like we should be winning that game by 2 or 3 goals, and we did. And fair play to Arne Slot. Like, I'm not going to be pig-headed about it. I do want him gone still. I'm not going to go on about it today, obviously, but good results. He done well, like the setup of the team, it worked perfectly. Got the result, got a few goals. Could have been more, to be fair. We could have conceded 1 or 2 as well, but I think we were comfortably the better team on the night and well deserving of our victory. And I don't think the 3-0 flatters us. Like, that 4-1 against Barnsley, that was flattering in the sense that it was 2-1 up until near the very end, and then we got 2 goals, and it looked like we would have dominated the game, but we didn't really. This game, I think 3-0 doesn't really flatter us too much. Well deserving. Fair play Arne Slot, fair play to the players as well. Just, yeah, very good result. To highlight some players from last night then, we have Samir Nasri speaking on Hugo Ekitike, who said that what is really impressive is that even though he's a striker and stats are extremely important, we still highlight the match he had. He's dangerous every time he touches the ball, he creates the gaps against his opponent, and he links up with all the Liverpool players. Now, obviously, he got his goal ruled out correctly for offside, to be fair. He was offside, but I thought he was very good last night. Again, linking up play, making intelligent runs. Like, he's a total package, isn't he? Like, he's just so good. He's just a perfect blend of Bobby Firmino, Fernando Torres. Like, he just is. The haircut has to go, though. I'm not having that whatsoever. I think it used to work when it was just like the tips of his hair was like blonde or whatever, but the full head, it's not really working for me, Hugo. Other standout performers last night, I thought Dominic Szoboszlai was fantastic. Milos Kerkez, wow. Milos Kerkez, he is fully starting to show us what he is capable of. And I seen he was giving it to Corbally Red on X last night as well, basically replying to Corbally Red's apology to him for slagging him off, and he was just saying, like, critics fuel him even more, which I love to see. That is fantastic for him to be getting involved in that. And yeah, what a performance last night. Joe Gomez as well, I thought was fantastic in the absence of Ibrahima Konate. I know Van Dijk came out after the game and said his thoughts are with Konate, so whatever that situation is, I hope it is resolved soon. Whatever the family issue is, I wish Ibu all the best, because that's not a nice thing to happen. So hopefully there is a happy resolution there. But that does beg the question then, if Ibu is back, which he might not be for Saturday to be fair, does Joe Gomez start ahead of Konate now? Because based on that performance, you would have to say yes. But, and maybe I'm too woke on this, but is it a bit bad to have Konate losing his spot based on a game where he missed it because of a family issue? And I understand he hasn't been good for the last whatever amount of months. Joe Gomez stepped in and was good, and if you're good, you should keep the jersey, and I'm fully on board with that. I just wonder about the man management slash optics side of this. Like if Arne Slot went to Ibu and said, "Look, I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry you had to go away, but this fella's actually quite good, so you're out." Like it's just I don't know. It's a little bit. It's a grey area, isn't it? It's like based on football and football alone, I would certainly be starting Joe Gomez, but I would question whether that's the right like man management type of move in this situation. So I will be interested to see one if he is back in the squad, and two if Joe Gomez will start ahead of him because I think he deserves it. But again, it's a little iffy. Look, do let me know what you think in the comments on that one. Moving on then to an interesting thing that someone here on X has posted. This is from LFC Tandy, and we're speaking about Cody Gakpo basically, or they've had a screenshot of our recent results, and it just is weird, and I'm not saying it's Gakpo's fault. I'm not saying anything. Like he did score last night, very well taken goal, fantastic from him. He's got his fair share of criticism, probably rightfully so. But I do ultimately like him as a player. I don't know if I want him starting every game. But in our most recent games, didn't start against Brighton, we won. Didn't start against Spurs, we won. Didn't start against Wolves, we won. Started against Leeds, we drew. Started against Arsenal, we drew. Started against Fulham, we drew. Didn't start against Barnsley, we won. Started against Burnley, we drew. Didn't start against Marseille, and we won. Not saying it's directly correlated, but that definitely is interesting to say the least. Bit of an update on Federico Chiesa then. He was initially listed on the bench last night, but had to withdraw from something, a knock in the warm-up, I think was the wording. But Lewis Steele did post late last night to say, Federico Chiesa withdrew from the bench tonight due to an injury originally from training on Tuesday that he felt again in the warm-up. Liverpool fly back tomorrow and unclear whether the Italian will be okay for the squad on Saturday. So wishing Federico Chiesa all the best. Hopefully it's nothing too serious and he is back, but yeah, not a good sign there. We also had the Deloitte Money League being released this morning. This is basically like the club revenues and the highest ones. And for the first time, Liverpool are the top earning Premier League club, according to analysis from financial firm Deloitte. Liverpool had a revenue of £702 million for last season. Manchester City had £694 million. And Arsenal had £690 million, and there was a bit of a gap to Man United on 667. It's everywhere, lads, isn't it? It's 6-7. You can't escape it. And then you have like the smaller clubs, your Spurs, your Chelseas, all them are down a bit lower. But yeah, interesting to see Liverpool are top of the revenue. Still no 20 million for Mark Gahey, but yeah, that's how it is. Bit of an update then as well on Xabi Alonso. This is from Ben Jacobs speaking to a Spurs podcast, and he said, there is appreciation for Xabi Alonso in the Tottenham hierarchy. Xabi is said to be keen to be a Liverpool manager, but he wants to jump straight back into management. Arne Slot still has the backing of the Liverpool board. This is at odds now with what we heard from Marca yesterday, that he will be willing to end his short break now to become Liverpool manager immediately, but if not, he is intending to take a break until the summer. So it is interesting to see. It's one to keep an eye on. Will he go somewhere else? Don't see him going to Spurs. I think he will get a better offer than that ultimately. I think if he doesn't come to us, I think he'd probably weigh out and maybe get the Man City job, which would be an absolute nightmare. But I think, yeah, I can't see him at Spurs. Can you? Wanted to finish up this morning then on Mohamed Salah. I thought he was good last night, to be fair. Didn't get on the score sheet. That chance towards the end, lads. The less said about that one, the better. I think he kind of went for like the little Travella, like the outside of the foot kind of thing, and it just went the wrong way. But yeah, look, thankfully that didn't cost us in the game. I'm sure he'll be kicking himself about that. I'm sure he would have loved to get a goal on his return from AFCON. But I thought his overall performance was good. He was doing a lot of running, a lot of hassling. He was getting into good positions, making good passes. But yeah, just not quite having the end product there in that one. Troy Deeney, however, disagrees, and that wouldn't be like Troy Deeney to be saying things just for interactions or a bit of attention, would it? That'd be strange for him. Speaking on CBS Sports Galazzo on Wednesday night, Deeney praised Salah's overall contribution throughout his time at Liverpool, but believes that it'd be for the best if the Egyptian were moved on before the end of the January transfer window. So not even the summer, January. The former Watford striker said, I think with the noise surrounding him, the ego surrounding him, where Liverpool are trying to move on, I just think it's not going to work long term for the pair of them, meaning Salah and Slot. Let's call it as it is. He's been fantastic. He's been arguably the best Liverpool player for a generation next to Steven Gerrard. But he's just unfortunate that time has gone on and they need to just part ways now. I'd like to see it be dealt with quicker rather than later before it gets ugly. When asked if Salah should be sold in the summer, Deeney replied, I mean in January. I think so because everyone's forgetting it was only just before Christmas, where it was all bad, it was all terrible, the club have betrayed him. They played one game, he was saying goodbye to everyone, let him go to AFCON, now he comes back and you're starting to see the rumbles again. These 13 games unbeaten, he hasn't been a huge part of it, that's all I'm saying. I completely disagree with this. Like, I understand a little bit on the maybe long-term Salah and Slot won't work out, but long-term, neither of them are going to be at the club, let's be honest. Like, Arne Slot, again, I'm not going to slag him off or anything, but chances are he's probably gone in the summer. Like, he's probably not going to be here for the next 4 or 5 years. Mo Salah the same. Good chance he's sold in the summer. If not, he goes next summer. Like, it's not going to be a case where both of them are here for the next 4 years and they're arguing every week or anything like so. I just don't see a situation where he's sold before the end of January. Like, we've 1 week left basically, and that's just not going to happen. He doesn't really want to leave. The club don't really seem to have too much of a desire to push him out the door either. And the summer again, maybe, but I just don't agree with this at all from Troy Deeney. But do let me know if you agree or if he has some points in there that may be true. That's all from me this morning anyway. If you have enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Craig will be back with a video in the afternoon, and then live this evening from 8:45, and then the preview for the Bournemouth game, that will be out tonight around 10:30 or 10:45, so please keep an eye out for those ones. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon.